Alrighty, so we have a bulldozer load we're gonna pull here with the triple low boy setup. I am running the super engine mod with the 10,000 horsepower engine. I did run one with the 20,000 horsepower engine in my last live stream, so we're gonna check out this 10,000 horsepower engine. There are 8 different engine sounds that you can use. I'm currently using the engine sound number 7. I just randomly picked one. So we're going to test this out and see how it does. So we're going from Bellingham, Washington to Burns, Oregon. Um, so let's get started.
Let's go.
Recently just installed a turn signal stalk on my setup, so we're going to be testing that out during this run here as well. And I'm going to be testing out a new camera on my setup. I repositioned the camera, may I say, so let me know if that reposition is a little better than its previous location. Alright, so let's just get started. So I'm quite interested to see how the Jake brake sounds on this engine. Um, the Jake brake on the 20,000 horsepower engine sounded great, so I'm definitely interested to see how this sounds here. So there is a photo location there. We're not gonna stop there, but we are gonna. This is actually pretty fun. This is one of those windy roads where you're definitely gonna make sure you don't want the end of the trailer to come off. And we're running this triple low boy, which makes it even more fun. So we'll go ahead and make our way through there. Sensitivity on track IR seems to be a little high. Um, but that's okay for now. We're just gonna keep rolling. What's really funny is that the speed limit through here is 60, which is crazy. No one's gonna be doing 60 miles an hour through here. It's just unnecessary. First of all, the road's too rough. Second of all, the road is way too windy to be talking about going 60 miles an hour. I don't even see how you build up enough speed to even go that fast. I mean, if you drop off of this, you're in bad shape. Got to switch back here. Take this one going a little wide. Got another switch back up here. This one not as sharp. much more shallow compared to the last curve. I'm running the 18-inch steering wheel from Amazon. I will definitely link that in the description below. It comes with the 3-hole mounting. Um, there's a link to an adapter. I've got the Fanatec Club Sport adapter, podium adapter, which mounts in all different configurations, so no need to get any adapters. It's that one. Um, works with 3, 5, and 6-hole wheels. I'm pretty sure. I know for sure it's 3 and 6, but I believe it's 5 also. So this works perfectly fine there if you are using the Fanatec ecosystem. I think we're just about out of this section here, coming up on a narrow bridge. So I'm gonna swing this wide, make sure we get the entire truck and trailer within the middle of this here. It's not too narrow. It's actually pretty wide. This takes immense patience. Got 2 switchbacks here. This one actually looks pretty steep. So we're gonna take this one wide. Try to get right up on this curve as close as possible. Not too bad. Not too bad. Trying to stay on my side of the road here. Guys, let me know if there's any mods or anything in particular you would like me to check out in any of the upcoming videos. I'd be more than happy to test those out. Alright, so we're going out on regular road now. That's wide and get started. So let's see what this engine's working with. I'm definitely liking the sound of the engine. Let's see with the engine brake. Very interesting sound. Very interesting sounding engine. Actually sounds really good. So right now I'm just running cruise control. I am gonna follow the road rules and things like that. I actually am gonna try to follow the speed limit as well. Gotta watch out for the fuel here. One thing I noticed with the 20,000 horsepower engine, if you watched my other live stream, was that the gas depleted in there fairly quickly. I think I was only running about a 600-mile run and I had to fill up twice. I mean, you could literally see the fuel range depleting quicker than you could count. So,
Stay right.
even though I was kind of forcing it just to see what it could do, it was definitely depleting very quickly. So, we're going to check that out in this truck as well.
Stay left
Um,
and then turn left.
so, we can kind of see if that's going to be an issue here as well.
Turn left.
Liking this international truck here. Um, I have the conbar wheels on the truck and the trailer. I have it all black. I actually kind of liking this truck primarily because when you're inside of the cabin, it has very easy to read gauges. Um, the navigation system is within your normal view, so you're not looking down like in the other trucks. To find that navigation, it's literally right there, so you don't necessarily have to turn or move the camera any to just glance at it. You can just kind of just look down at it really quickly. So that's a definite plus. Nice big mirrors, so you can see. I even like the LED indicator light on the mirrors. That's nice. So it's a nice touch as well. Even the turn signal start that I got even has a horn button on it, which is very good. Because now I don't really have to look down on my stream deck for anything now. So that's a really good plus and touch. I mean, so this engine definitely is has some power as well. So that's really good. I'm gonna set my cruise right at 78 miles an hour. Of course, the speed limit's dropped to 60. So set it right at see if I can set the cruise right at 65. I've got the turn signal mapped so the resume works, but the set doesn't work. And so I need to work on fixing that. So I'm gonna set my cruise here at 65 here. So there's a resume and set button on the turn signal stalk for your cruise control. The resume works, but the set function is
Stay
not
left.
working. So I'm gonna work on that. If you do have this turn signal stalk, it comes from SimRig Direct. There is something you're going to want to do to make sure that it works and functions properly. It took me about a day and a half to figure it out, but once I kind of played around with it some, I was able to get it. So if you do have it, I'll create a little short video for for me to explain kind of what I did to set it up, because once you set it up, it works perfect. I've been testing it and it's been working great. Um, but figuring out how to get it set up was the most difficult part. Um, because what would happen is you would turn on the signal. When you would turn the signal off, it would still be on, and you have to click it again just to turn it back off, and click it again to turn it back on. Um, but I was able to play around with some
Stay right,
settings
and then turn
and
right.
basically get it to do what I needed it to do.
Turn right. Stay left.
So this is a really nice view of Seattle, Washington in game. Really nice view here. Washington's one of the best states um, that closely emulates and resembles what you would see in real life.
Stay
It's
left,
really
and then
good
continue straight.
depiction of
Go
any of the
straight.
states that I believe is presented in the game, which is primarily why I picked a run here in Washington, just because of how nice it looks. Got the states, I mean, you got the mountains and things like that here. Um, so, yeah, Washington is just a really good state to drive. So, I have to overcome my habit
Stay
of,
left.
like in newer vehicles, if you touch the turn signal, it naturally will click 3 times before it cuts off. I don't think that's possible here, so I have to get over my urge not to just touch it, but actually click it and then release it. So we're going to take a look at this nice scenery as we come on through the state of Washington here. Very good scenery. You can see the mountains back in the skyline. Just looks really nice. You see the other side of traffic is all the way on the other side of that valley there. Um, as we come come up on this curve here and the two directions of traffic converge together again. Currently running about 70 miles an hour. I'm speeding just a little bit as the speed limit now increases to 70 miles an hour. Now with this rain, I'm running a mod for realistic weather and storms. Um, so these storms could get fairly aggressive, um, and could definitely make the road very, very, very slippery. I am going to pull in for um, agriculture check. I wasn't on my last run, but I am going to pull in on this run, keeping an eye out on my gas.
Finding new route.
All right, come on, Slowpoke. All right, so we're currently running about 90,000 pounds, which means that this truck is about 50,000 pounds since our bulldozer, or the truck and the trailer is about 50,000 pounds since the bulldozer is 40,000 pounds. So we're gonna get back on the road here. Pretty good power and acceleration on this truck here. Let's put the cruise control back on. Put it at 70. Oh, let's do about 78. Alright, and this car is making their way over into our lane, so let's move over. Definitely hear that turbo diesel engine. Hear that retarder kicking in for the adaptive cruise control. And that's not good. So, very interesting. The cruise control setting for this, it has a very, very aggressive retarder, which locks up your brakes. That's definitely not good at all. We could have definitely locked our brakes up just now. I'm not gonna use cruise control. That's not good. Um, See, and I was trying to do right today.
Stay right.
However, the retarder was being retarded. Didn't want me to be great. So I'm just gonna self-regulate my speed here on my own. My wipers are turned on. a little fast, so let's see. Get a little bit of engine brake here. Sitting at about 700 miles until empty with fuel. So I think we'll be okay for now. So I don't know exactly if this is true or not, but this is just my assumption based off of what I've observed. I believe that this realistic weather mod, the storms are more aggressive in the south. I believe primarily because of the heat. They are more aggressive because the storm in Washington seems to be pretty tame compared to the ones I've seen. Like if you're in Nevada or you're in Texas, Oklahoma, one of those um, more southern states, which would actually be pretty cool if that is done purposely. Or maybe I just have gotten random scenarios that have led to that assumption. Well, as I say that, see a cute lightning strike in the background. But while we are riding, if you guys think of some, of course, as I get over, if you guys think of some ideas of things we could do, or like mods or things like that we could run, please let me know because I'm always looking for ideas of things to do in game. So if anything you guys want to try or give a go, or you want to get some advice or feedback on prior to trying it, or you tried it and it's just not working, or maybe you're getting a setup done yourself and you're running into some issues. Um, I've ran into quite a few of them myself and had to work them through trial and error so I could help mitigate you having to go through those same issues. I'll create some videos on some of the issues that I've run into in my process of my setup, which is not even finished yet. Um, Hopefully, those videos will help you um, as you work through your setup and hopefully to mitigate dealing with some of those same issues that I've had to deal with in my setup. So we're coming up on Pendleton and we're about 200 miles away. So we're a little bit over halfway from where we started to our destination. Speed limit through here is 70. So, and I am running out of fuel. So I'm going to need to find a gas station and I'm going to get off here in Pendleton. I'm sure there's something here. There isn't. So I'm going to do this, stay right over here. You don't want to be too aggressive on the accelerator because I know that the more aggressive you are, obviously, the gas is going to deplete a little bit quicker. So once we get on the other side of Pendleton here, we're going to stop and fill up, and that should get us all the way to Burns, Oregon. So that's where we're going to pull up to now.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Again, this 10,000 horsepower engine definitely has some great sound. Hear that engine brake.
Exit right.
Definitely got a good
Stay
sounding
right,
engine brake.
and then turn right.
Get our headlights turned on here. It's getting a little dark.
Turn right.
We're going to stop here at this gas station and get some fuel at this 76 gas station. Swing it wide. Engine brake. Kill the engine and let's fill up. I think this is the 250. Yeah, this is a 250 gallon tank. So this 250 gallon tank with this 10,000 horsepower engine definitely took us a lot further than the 20,000 horsepower engine took us. Again, like I said, that engine I believe just has so much power. I'm talking about it was we were running out of fuel every about 200 miles in there. So I think that this 10,000 horsepower engine is definitely a lot more feasible. Um, if you're wanting to haul some things, you want to have a little bit of power, um, but you also want to have, you don't want to have to deal with range anxiety. Like you have to risk. Do I think I can make it to the next exit without getting fuel? You don't have to worry about that issue with this engine too much, as you would with that 20,000 horsepower engine. So if you like to run and you like to run pretty good speed, like I like to do, this is definitely a good engine choice because you've got good power and you've got decent range. I'm not going to just sit here and say that you're going to be able to run the same distance that you would if you had a regular engine, um, but you're definitely not running into those same issues with that 20,000 horsepower engine. So This is a good happy medium here. And we're running into some construction. Look how distorted the mirrors are with the windows and the rain. It's actually very realistic. It's very distorted, to the point to where all you can pretty much see is headlights and lines. So we're coming through this construction zone here, and we're about 175 miles out from Burns, Oregon. So as soon as we get through this section here, I believe we're one lane all the way till we get to Burns. If we are, and I do get a little impatient, we may start to pass when possible. Um, this isn't one of my speed runs, my convoy groups where we just put our foot down and we don't let up until we get to where we need to go. So I am. That just got dark quick. The heck was that? Okay. I don't know if that was just the time of day changing or was that the weather mod enforcing those dark conditions. But that was a extremely quick transition between what seemed to be kind of dark and now just being pitch black. Yeah, that was the game because it's 1 o'clock a.m., which means it should have been a lot darker than it was before it transitioned. So maybe somehow there was a glitch with the transition between darkness because that was crazy. That was that was a part of the weather mod. If you saw that intense lightning effect, um, the thunder, tactile feedback you get through your steering wheel with the weather. It's a really good mod. It's the realistic weather mod. I really recommend um, anyone that is adding mods or looking to enhance the realism of the game. I really um, recommend you getting that. Once this live stream is over, I'll link those mods in the description. I'm running currently about 42 mods. Um, I mean, half of them I'm probably not even using. Um, Kind of once I turn the mods on, I kind of just leave them on. I really don't turn them off too much for anything. Um, and whenever I am looking to test mods, I just add those mods to whatever mods I'm already using. Primarily do that because if I do have like vehicles or trailers that are affected by mods, I don't want to have to go through the hassle of reverting them back to regular items and then putting them back to modded items. So I kind of try to keep my mods on there as much as possible, unless I am looking to join a convoy that does not utilize mods, so that I can play with more people. Because not everyone is fond of mods, nor is everyone um, knowing how to use them either. Especially those ones where you're downloading outside of the Steam Workshop. Most of the Steam Workshop ones are pretty easy because you just hit that activate session mods button and it kind of just does it all for you. Those ones outside, you kind of have to make sure that they're perfectly lining up with the ones that the host is using, and those can be kind of tricky and difficult to work with. So I tend to only cancel out my mods when I'm trying to play with people. I'm gonna try to go around these people, try to play with people that don't use mods. If I put my foot down here, you can kind of see kind of what this engine can do here. With that power and speed delivery on an instant at an instant. We got a steep curve coming up. I'm gonna slow back down here and make sure we don't flip over. But like I said, you can definitely see. Oh, we got a straight here. Let's see what we can do. So like I said, this 10,000 horsepower modded engine. I haven't seen the top speed of it yet because we haven't really been on a straight. So we're gonna kind of see coming up on a curve. Let's hit that engine brake. Let's break that speed down some so we don't go sliding. So I don't think that we have too much of a straight where I can kind of get it to its full speed. Um, with the 20,000 horsepower engine, I believe that it's just regulated at 110 miles an hour. So I would assume that this one is the same. I could be wrong, but that would just be my assumption that this engine would probably have the same top speed because
Get ready to
the
turn left.
20,000 horsepower engine definitely could have went a lot faster. I just believe that whoever created the mod just figured that you have no reason to be going over 110 miles an hour
Turn left.
because you can barely even control it if you have to do anything but go straight. Anything outside of going straight, you're in a danger zone at 110 miles an hour. So I'm pretty sure whoever created the mod figured it would just be best to cap it off at 110. Um, Wonder how long this straight here is turning.
Get ready to turn right.
So that's a good. I, I timed the 0 to 60 in the last video with the
Turn
10,000
right.
horse. I'm sorry, the 20,000 horsepower engine. Um, I believe with the fully loaded transformer trailer with the triple low boy setup, I believe the truck was about 190,000 pounds. I believe we did 0 to 60 in about 19 seconds, um, which was completely absurd given that the truck, first of all, had the lag of once I initially put my foot down to it before it actually kicked in and took off. With that plus, you're pulling almost 200,000 pounds and you're able to get up to 60 miles an hour within 19 seconds. All of that was pretty crazy. Um, so I'd be interested to see how this 10,000 horsepower engine compares to that. Does the time now double since you're cutting literally the power in half? Um, I did not change the transmission in it, so it would be a pretty adaptable test if I went ahead and just swapped out this cargo for a transformer. I didn't change anything with the truck. The truck is exactly the same. So I would literally just need to get a transformer and just do a quick 0 to 60 run, which is something I'll probably do right at the end. I'll probably just pick up a transformer trailer just so that we can test that out and kind of compare that to the 20,000 horsepower engine before I close this live stream out. So I think that'll be probably the last thing that I do. Got about 60 miles left. This truck's coming around the curve pretty fast. Dude, what are you doing? Of course, freaking Penske driver. Idiots. So a couple of windy roads coming up here before our destination. I've heard that the sky actually has constellations like in real life. Um, I haven't really ever attempted to see if that was to be true. Um, but if it is, I think that's definitely pretty cool. Um, my spare time one day, I may check that out because little details like that make all the difference. Another truck. Come on, man. I'm gotta take this trailer wide so I don't go off the road. Give me some space. Coming up on about 40 miles left. Let's see. This truck effortlessly. Oh, I think we can test out the top speed here. So this truck is definitely, this engine is definitely faster than a 20,000 horsepower engine. This gets up to 120. Um, so yeah, this is definitely faster. Definitely faster. And I mean, effortlessly gets up to 120 miles an hour. Just odd that they've chose to make this engine, this 10,000 horsepower engine, faster than the 20,000 horsepower engine.
Get ready
I
to turn right.
definitely know it doesn't have as much torque. I mean, when you put your foot down that 20,000 horsepower engine, it moves. Um, but again, this engine, this 10,000 horsepower engine, gets up to 120 miles an hour, whereas the 20,000 horsepower engine caps out at 110. Um, so that's definitely
Turn right.
interesting. And I'm kind of intrigued to know why they chose for this engine to be a little bit faster. Take this corner a little wide here. So we're just about 7 miles from our destination. Once I get to my destination, I am going to pick up that transformer trailer and do a 0 to 60 run, obviously with the heaviest cargo in the game. And we're going to compare that 0 to 60 run to the
Go
0 to
straight.
60 run that I recorded in my last live stream with the 20,000 horsepower engine.
Stay left,
Again, this
and
is
then
the
turn left.
Super Engine mod, located in the Steam Workshop.
Turn left.
It has the 2,500 horsepower engine, I believe a 5,000, 10,000, and a 20,000 horsepower um, engine variant.
Stay right, then turn
This
right.
10,000 horsepower engine variant, like I said, has 8 different engine sounds. I just chose a random one. I just
Turn
chose
right.
engine sound number 7. So you can definitely play around with those different engine sounds. Try to find one that you like.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
So right now I've got the Money XP mod on, and as you see, gives you like a million XP just for parking the trailer. So if you're not familiar with how um, Cheat Engine works, where you can go in and set those values, then this mod definitely is a good alternative to help you um, be able to unlock. different aspects of the game, like being able to get those points for you to be able to like take longer drives and different things like that. So this is definitely a good alternative to Cheat Engine if you do not um, know how to use Cheat Engine because it kind of is a little intricate if you're not completely familiar with how that works. So I'm gonna check right now real quick here to see if they've got a transformer. That would be awesome if they did. I'm 99% sure they don't. So let's see. Transformer, nope. All right, so I'm going to check and see if I can find a transformer for me to pick up so I can do that 0 to 60 test. Let's see, cargo weight. Doesn't really matter where we're picking up from. I kind of just want to get, let's do this because I can drive that
Drive safe.
quickly also as well. So let's see. So we're gonna pick up in Socorro, New Mexico. All right, so I'm just gonna quick travel there.
Okay, let's find a new route.
All right, so let's see.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
All right, so we're
Get
right
ready
down
to
the
turn
street.
left.
So, and then we're gonna
Turn left,
we're gonna
then turn
hop
right.
on the highway really quick and do that 0 to 60 run so we can compare it to that
Turn
20,000
right.
horsepower engine. Swing wide here because I'm not sure where they're gonna have us pick up at.
Finally, we are here.
So I'm assuming right here in the middle. So, alright, so we're coming for this transformer here. Alright, so we're gonna pick up over here. So let's swing wide. I mean, as soon as you touch the gas, this truck is just taking off. So the triple low boy is definitely one of my favorite trailers to drive in game. Um, it has a lot of power. Obviously, when you get on like those smaller roads and things like that, it makes it very easy to be able to
Time to hit the road.
makes it fun to test out your skills. All right, so we got this transformer on here. Let's get to the highway. If you look at that, if I take my foot off the brake, you'll notice that the truck actually has enough power to actually start rolling itself. You actually notice that it'll roll probably up to about 7 or 8 miles an hour when there's nothing on the trailer. Um, that just shows you how powerful this truck is. Let's get it to the highway.
Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
All right, let's see. And again, I am using Track IR, and I just recently added it to my setup. And it does take a little getting used to because it is very sensitive. So, I mean, just a little slight of a turn of the head is going to make your camera turn. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, understanding how to stabilize and understanding
Get
when to
ready
just
to turn
turn
right.
your when to just look instead of turning. Because when you turn, you're really turning. So if I turn and look over here, I'm definitely turning on camera as well.
Turn right.
So it does take a little bit of getting used to, um, but it's definitely a game changer because it saves you all of the utilizing a mouse and fidgeting with a mouse to kind of get your head to turn and hitting buttons and stuff and taking your eyes too much off the road. Um, let me see. I think I can do this the 0 to 60 run here. Oh, never mind. We're gonna go uphill. So I'm gonna wait until it kind of flattens out. But what I can say is just based off of how it's doing now, I don't think it's gonna be as fast as the 20,000 horsepower engine. Coming around a curve here, and we are merging, and we should be curving onto the highway. As soon as we get on the highway, I am going to stop and hit that 0 to 60 run. Get that stopwatch up on my phone. We're gonna see what it does. Let's see. All right, so we're getting on the highway here, and we're going to stop right here and give it a run. All right, let's see. Get my stopwatch going. All right, so we got 3, 2, 1. So again, I got that initial lag of getting rolling, but once it gets rolling, it starts to move. So I took into account that same thing here. So we are 50, and once we get to 60, we stop. All right, so we've run it at 19.98 seconds. All right, and that actually is just a tad slower than the 20,000 horsepower engine. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my previous live stream to get that exact number, but I believe it was somewhere in the ballpark of 19.8 or like 19.6. So they're actually really close um, to each other, um, which is interesting because now I'm going to need to find another test that's going to be able to separate those two engines from each other because based off the 0 to 60 run, they seem to be pretty on par with one another. So I am going to run this one a little bit quicker. Um, I am going to speed a little bit. Um, I'm not going to go as slow as the speed limit says. I do like to ride a little quicker um, on straight roads. I don't drive too wild. I just speed. Kind of similar to how I drive in real life, to be honest with you. Um, if I were to drive a car, I would speed. So we're doing about 115 now. Earlier I tested it. I think it maxed out at
Stay
120.
right,
We're
then
running
stay
out of
right.
fuel just that quick. All right, let's move. Let's go ahead and move over and hopefully find somewhere to stop and get some fuel soon. That's the thing about these powerful engines. They've got speed and they've got
Stay
power,
right.
but you be at the gas station every 5 or 10 minutes. Um, like I said, with the 20,000 horsepower engine, um, even on just a 600-mile run, I had to stop 3 times just because the fuel was being drained and depleted
Stay
quickly.
left.
So I'm sure there's somewhere on Louisiana Boulevard for us to get fuel. So we're gonna get off here
Rerouting.
um, and see if we can get us some fuel.
Stay left, and then continue straight.
Game is being nice to us. We
Go
didn't
straight.
have to run a red light. Take this swing this wide here.
Recomputing. Stay right, and then turn right.
Should be some sort of gas station up here
Turn
somewhere.
right.
Something. Come on, something.
Go straight. Never mind. I'll find a new route. Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
All right, where can we get fuel? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, no way. There's no fuel station. This is one of those lights where if you're in real life, you're just looking around, you're just looking for a cop. If you don't see one, you just go ahead and just ease on out and go. There's a example of what I was talking about earlier. Um, in all of the regular engines, your the truck doesn't usually hey, it's my go. The truck doesn't usually move when you take your foot off the brake. However, because these engines are so
Finding new
powerful in
route.
this super engine pack, once you take your foot off the brake, the truck starts to roll. Um, just quite that just shows you how much power this engine has. And if you even think about bobtailing this engine, you are gonna fly. Because even with an unloaded trailer, this truck moves. So if you take the trailer off completely, um, this truck probably move like a rocket ship. So let's go down here and get some fuel.
Okay, let's find a new route.
I want to say I was just at this fuel station a couple of days ago. All right, so let's get some fuel here. We've got about 206 miles left, so I'm gonna check and see if we need to fuel up before that time again. So kind of give you a depiction of how fast it runs through fuel. I'm going to fill up here and I'll let you know what the range is indicating for us in terms of miles to empty versus how many miles that is in reality. So right now it's saying we got about 2,058 miles until empty. We have, let's see how many miles before our destination. So it says we have 206 miles till to our destination. So we're going to compare that to that number. So 2058 and then 206. So that means once we get to our destination, um, We should have about 1,750 miles left, somewhere in that ballpark range. Doesn't have to be an exact number, but we can kind of compare and contrast that once we get there. Turn here and kind of.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
So I'm not going to drive conservatively just to test. I'm going to drive like I would drive any other truck in game, um, which is pedal to the metal for the most part. All right, so should be getting on the highway here, and making our way to our destination.
Stay left
Come
and
on,
then
light
turn
change,
left.
please, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Wow. Who has green light? All the lights are red. Okay. Man, you want to
Turn
change the
left.
gears? Come on. There's the truck inching forward again. Can't fall asleep with your foot off the brake with this engine. You don't run into the back of somebody. All right, it should be my turn now. Thank you. All right. Stay what?
Stay left and then turn left.
Turn signal that I've got here is actually working very well. Um, Took me a long time to kind of figure it out. Um, I'm going to make a little short video explaining how I got it to work. I
Turn left.
purchased this from SimRig Direct, um, through eBay. Really good, really good turn signal. It's got a lot of settings on it for cruise control, lighting adjustments. I even got the wiper stalk as well, so I do have the left and the right stalk. Haven't kind of worked out everything with the right stalk yet, but I do have everything set up for the left stalk. It even has a horn button on it, so that's cool. Um, so yeah, if you're interested, it's a great price. Um, and it actually doesn't take that long to ship out, even though it was international shipping. It did not take that long. I think I got mine within maybe a week and a half. Um, I ordered some stuff from ATS accessories as well. That's gonna come in, um, and then my setup, I believe, will be pretty pretty good and up to my liking. Once those items from ATS accessories come in, I have a CB radio coming in as well as um, a push button gear selector with the sequential selector mode on it as well. Um, so we're going to test that out and see how those things work. Should be here sometime early this week. So I look forward to getting all of that set up and kind of working on those things. We're going in and out of traffic here. Um, Trying not to be too wild, but I don't have time for the foolishness with the AI traffic. I do have the realistic AI mod on as well. Um, that seems to do a little bit of stupid stuff also. Um, but I think it does like slow down some of the ignorant stuff that the AI does without the mod, because AI on this game does some really stupid stuff. Like I've seen cars just like literally zigzag back and forth between lanes all the way down the highway. Like who does that? Um, seen cars just hit brakes, just like full on engage brakes in the middle of the highway just for no reason. So here's just a depiction. Let's say this engine brake. Engine brake sounds great. Not as good as the 20,000 horsepower one. The 20,000 horsepower one sounds great. If you haven't heard it, go check out my last live stream. That engine sounds great. The engine brake is awesome. I literally just wanted to drive with the engine brake on the entire time. It just sounds that good. So by the way, while we're at it, the range is now reading 1,140 miles until empty, right? Which means we've already utilized 900 range miles, and we still got 83 miles to go. So that tells you right there that this engine is drinking gas just as much as the 20,000 horsepower engine one as well. Talking about it's drinking gas like crazy. Like, look at this. The Goodyear truck is going faster than cars. Like, come on.
Stay left.
This is a steep curve. If you haven't already, go subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be uploading a lot here for American Truck Simulator as well as for other games. So be sure to look out for that. Come up on this one quick. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to see when I'm
Stay right,
uploading because
then
I'm going to
exit
be
right.
uploading a lot over the next weeks and days for this game and a lot of other simulator games. Oh, wow, look at this. Look
Exit
at
right.
this. So look at that.
Rerouting.
Just freaking jump. Oh, we don't have to go that far. I was about to say.
Stay right, and then exit right.
This game sure knows how to make somebody angry, I tell you.
Exit right.
Between the AI and all of these random idiotic events that happen conveniently right when you're at your destination, that stuff,
Turn left.
ridiculous. I have a one of those steering knobs.
Turn left.
I'm gonna put that on there and see how that works. I like just turning the steering wheel, especially since I've
Stay
gotten
right,
this
then exit right.
Fanatec direct drive wheel,
Exit right.
where I can turn it up to 2180 degrees of rotation. That makes it fun.
Turn right.
If you're interested in upgrading your setup, I definitely recommend the Fanatec wheelbase, as well as the Fanatec pedals. Definitely is a major upgrade. The wheel gives you all of those
Go
degrees of
straight.
rotation so you can really simulate what it feels like driving a truck, since you get all of those degrees of rotation just like you would in a normal truck. Um, as well as you get great feedback from the wheel. You have the ability to easily upgrade it to any wheel. Like I've upgraded to this 18-inch wheel here. Took about 5 minutes to swap out the wheel. Um, with my Fanatec Club Sport Podium uh, wheel adapter. And it has a ton of customization inside of the Fanatec
Stay right, then turn right.
application. Then the Fanatec pedals I have are the Club Sport inverted
Turn
wheel
right.
pedals. So it's got the floor mounted gas pedal and then the
Get
um,
ready to turn right.
inverted mounted clutch and brake pedal.
Turn right.
So that's a really good um, filling pedal set with that inverted brake and clutch, just like you would have inside a real vehicle.
This is where it ends.
All right, so let's see where you want this thing. All right, let's see what we have here. Swing wide. Yep, we got it on that one. Bingo. Kill the engine. And again, that XP mod is just crazy. So I'm at 1632 right now. Let's see where it takes us. I just went from level 1632 to 1782. So I just went up 150 levels just that quick. So if you were starting at level 1, you'd be able to pretty much jump up to a high enough level for you to be able to get to pick up any trailer, any distance, anything. Um, so if you, like I said, if you don't know how to use Cheat Engine, to manually go through and change that utilizing the that mod would get you there quick as well. Um, so I'm just gonna get fuel, and that's gonna do it for this live stream. Just drive it one last time, just so that you all can kind of see how this engine drives with nothing on the trailer. So let's see if we got any fuel stations anywhere near here. Put this one right here, just so that we can put it on the road for a little bit, and then we'll call it a
Okay,
day.
here we go.
All right, so let's see. Notice how fast the acceleration is with nothing on
Get
the
ready
trailer.
to turn left.
Quick. Yeah, I know I'm running out of fuel. Shut up.
Turn left.
So I'm going 63
Get ready
miles,
to turn left.
and I've got 300 miles of range.
Turn left.
I'm not gonna make it. That's just how quickly the fuel runs out in this truck. I'm not gonna make it.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
It's my turn.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh snap! We can get tacos. We'll stop here. I just
Get
want two
ready to
plain
turn left.
tacos. That's it. Plain. All that extra stuff on there had
Turn
my
left.
stomach messed up. Plain. There's the Blue Swallow Motel. Uh, no telling what they're doing in there. They definitely don't want to be there.
Go straight.
Crap. If you're looking to have a good time, go stay in the Blue Swallow Motel. It's just disgusting. We are in New Mexico. 240
Stay
miles of
left,
range left
then
and
turn left.
54 miles to this fuel station.
Turn left.
All right, so let's see what it does. Oh man. All right, I'm getting range anxiety. I have 47 miles until empty now, and I have 28 miles to go. So I'm gonna need to coast. Not, we're not gonna make it. Let's see if we can coast all the way until our exit. Because if we put our foot on the gas, we're definitely gonna run out of fuel. All right, well, maybe this will get us to the exit. Oh, we're
Stay
out of
right,
gas,
and then
y'all.
exit right.
This ain't gonna work, y'all. We out of gas. 1 mile until empty.
Exit right.
Let's go ahead and put this truck out of its misery. Wow. Well, I think we can make it. We got 25 miles an hour left.
It was a nice
I
ride.
think we're gonna do it, y'all. Where the heck is the gas station? Oh my gosh, where's the gas station? I don't see gas. Where's the gas? Behind the building? Wow. Behind the building, I tell you. I'm still going 3 miles an hour. This is really sad that you would call. You have to call for fuel this close. It's really sad, honestly. It's freaking pathetic. Something about this mod is weird. Like F7 doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, that's like a glitch I found with this mod. Is that like F6 with the yet another route advisor doesn't work like it's supposed to. Like you hit F7, but well, that's where I'm gonna stop at for today. That's just so yeah, like the F7 button, I'm hitting it, but it's not transitioning the screen to the screen for you to call for assistance. It's really weird that it does that. I'm not sure why it does that. Sometimes it'll work, which is why I'm just like hitting it a bunch of times. But It's just not working. So I'm just gonna call it a day because there's no point in trying to fiddle with this. And all I got is go at like 10 feet to get gas. So I'm gonna stop there. Again, subscribe to my channel so that you can get the latest updates. And when I go live, um, I try to go live, if not every day, every couple of days. Um, and I try some different mods out. I try to do different things and test out different things. And like I said, I'm in the process of working on my setup. I've got a lot of new things I've added. I've added these two signal stalks, the turn signal stalk and the wiper stalk here. I've added the track IR setup. I've added some stream decks. I've got a push button sequential shifter coming in. The automatic shifter on there as well for neutral drive reverse. And I've got the CB radio coming in for when I do my convoys. I think that's where I'm going to stop pretty much my setup for a good little while because then I'll have everything set up the way I like. Right now I'm running on this tablet. I'm running the ETS2 telemetry server, and it's just showing map data. It's pretty much showing the route advisor. This could be another reason why it is having a conflict with me hitting F7. I don't know, but I believe that it's the yet another route advisor mod that I have here with the setup. Like I said, the F7 key doesn't work, so it works, but it doesn't work all the time, so it makes it hard for you to kind of call for service, which means don't wreck and don't run out of gas like I just did trying to show you how far I could get on that tank of gas. It just shows you how quickly those um, big engines eat up all of your fuel. Um, so although they got all of the power, it makes it very difficult for those engines to get you anywhere far because the fuel's going to run out in no time. So again, that's where I'm going to stop today. Subscribe to my channel so you can get the latest updates and see you next time.